Revelio. Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my Uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins, Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumours that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I'm not convinced you need to worry. Perhaps your uncle's been delayed, and surely he can take care of himself.
That's exactly what Professor Weasley said when she forbade me from leaving the grounds to look for him. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I take it you and your uncle are close?
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping, notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last owl, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide. Never been this long. I just know something happened.
Roland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough, past the river. Revelio. Abandoned long ago, no doubt. Revelio. Confringo. Oh. Revelio. Confringo. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Revelio. Accio. That wasn't too hard. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
You've made a mistake.
Lumos.
Mastered Expelliarm. You're the slippery little...
Expelliarmus.
A wand!
Defender. No. Leviosa.
Everyone in Upper Hogwarts shudders when they see Moonshine, and rightfully so.
Could this be Mr. Oakes' camps? Ranrock's loyalists. Just ahead. Should I take one? Leviosa.
Put me down!
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Was that your best?
Leviosa.
Pity. Knock them.
Find out what happened here. Revelio. Flipendo. Incendio. Revelio. Incendio. Mr. Oakes' trade journal. Adelaide said that her uncle kept notes of his trades, maps. Perhaps these landmarks will lead me to him. Revelio. Compulso. This looks intriguing.
Revelio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Revelio. Wingardium Leviosa. Resto Momentum. Glacius. Defendo. Protego. Leviosa. Incendio. Accio. Flipendo. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Confringo. Revelio.
What do we have here?
Compulsor. Arresto Momentum. Wingardium Leviosa.
I may have more luck higher up in the keep.
Your spells glance off of me.
Confringo.
You can't stop.
Confringo. Defender.
A ladder.
Leviosa.
A miss!
Defender. Protego. Revelio. Incendio.
You won't be able to stop. That student defeated us.
Revelio.
This is the spot on the map. I'd best have my wits about me.
Leviosa. Leviosa. Glacius. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
But if you don't fill up so much, you can actually go further. It's true. Eat a big meal, you'll be slowed down. Who wants to be
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio.
What will we find in here?
Revelio. Repulsor. Defender. Confringo. Revelio.
Next time,
Accio.
on the left. I feel as though I'm not alone.
Repender.
You won't get...
Leviosa.
Keep it there.
I won't rest until you're dead.
I do not. Leviosa.
You'll pay for that!
Incendio.
Childish!
Defender.
Looks as though Adelaide's instincts were spot on.
You only have Ranrock to blame. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Glacius. Levioso. Revelio.
Oi, pass that fire whiskey over here. You have to learn to share.
Incendio.
Fancy I like my own operation worked out one day. People will.
Accio.
There you are.
Wingardium Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Accio.
Think you're clever. That student defeated our encampment as a tower.
You fight about as well as a pub scheme.
Confringo.
I won't rest until you're
Expelliarmus.
dead. No!
Flipendo.
I will make you pay.
Run for this stuff.
Flipendo.
I hate
Expelliarmus.
You won't survive this.
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto Momentum.
You must get
Wingardium Leviosa. Lumos.
I was right not to be worried about you.
Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto Momentum. Wingardium Leviosa.
You're like a club bumble beneath my
Expelliarmus.
I promise your death.
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
You don't believe you can
move of a coward.
Expelliarmus. Accio.
You won't get away. I shall avenge your death.
Accio.
You won't miss.
Ranrock has fooled you all to your demise.
A boiler door. How to open it?
Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. Accio. Expelliarmus. Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto Momentum. Leviosa.
I won't rest until you're
Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto Momentum. Wingardium Leviosa. You've one less follower, Ranrock. Revelio. Revelio. Confringo!
I've nowhere for you!
Lumos. Protego. Accio. Flipendo. Expelliarmus.
I won't bet you little moon calf. Was that your bet?
Flipendo.
I don't think you know who you're dealing with.
Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Leviosa.
Find this ever!
Incendio. Leviosa. Iglesia.
I will make you.
Leviosa.
Just you wait till I'm on solid ground!
Incendio. Protego.
You don't know who you're playing with!
Incendio. Glacius. Devolto.
Not quite.
Lumos. Arresto Memento. Depulso. Wingardium Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Accio. Expelliarmus. Your blood's on Ranrock's hands. Revelio. 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 Revelio.
This must be Mr. Oakes's wand. Perhaps now he can set himself free.
Revelio. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio. Glacius! Levioso! Incendio!
Be down there.
I won't rest.
Levioso! Glacius! Defender! Too late for you to learn the error of your ways. Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
Hello? Mr. Oakes?
Yes, I'm here. They've taken my wand. This cell has an enchanted lock. I have experience with these locks, but I need my wand if I have any chance of opening it. Look for a boiler door. I've heard them speak of it.
Fortunately, I've already found your wand, Mr. Oakes.
Oh, you found it! Pass it to me. Hurry, before they come. I must get out. Hurry! Oh, my wand. Oh, thank Merlin. Thank you. You did it! I found my wand and... Wait, you're a student? Oh, we must get you to safety immediately. It's dangerous.
It's all right, Mr. Oakes. I've dealt with these goblins before.
Dear Merlin, you're either very lucky or very talented. Well, how did you find me?
I'm a friend of Adelaide's. She was worried about your business with Ranrock's loyalists.
Oh, she was right to be. I couldn't go through with the agreement, and when I told them, I ended up blindfolded and behind bars. Been locked in that infernal cell for so long, they'd forgot I was even there. I overheard things. If only I could reward you for what you've done. Blasted goblins stole every canut on me. All I can say is thank you, truly.
You mentioned you overheard things.
Sad tale, really. I think I know where Ranrock's unfortunate vendetta against wizardkind began. Although dragon breeding was outlawed by the Warlocks Convention of 1709, Ranrock stumbled upon an illegal dragon camp. He was young, found the creatures fascinating. He'd visit the camp in secret whenever he could, never making his presence known. After weeks of sly surveillance, he finally summoned the courage to speak to the wizard in charge. Ranrock wanted to join them, and the creatures. The wizard happened to drop his wand. Ranrock saw an opportunity. He picked it up, went to hand it back as a means of introducing himself. The sight of a goblin with a wand sent the wizard into an instant rage. He beat Ranrock nearly to death. Ever since, Ranrock has despised wizardkind, sees us all as cruel.
Am I right that you speak gobbledygook?
Unbeknownst to Ranrock's fiends, I do. I've always had an affinity for goblin culture. Knew I wanted to be a metal trader ever since I was a lad. It wasn't easy learning the language. It's complex, and my memory's as weak as my knees these days. But after decades working with fine goblin folk, I grew fairly proficient. At least, I'd like to think so.
I'm grateful I was able to help you, Mr. Oakes. Adelaide thinks the world of you.
Oh, and I her. She's become quite savvy to my trading habits, always analyzing my detailed owls. If only I hadn't resorted to trading with such fiends. A lesson I shan't soon forget. Having my wand back is like being reunited with an old friend.
I'll be fine, Mr. Oakes. You get back to Adelaide. I assure you, her worries outweigh yours.
Oh, I'm anxious to see my dear niece. And then I plan to travel far from here for my next round of trading. Thank you. May life reward you justly for your deeds. Be well, my friend.
Mr. Oakes was lucky. Ranrock's lot would never have freed him.
Revelio. Incendio. Revelio.
You should know better than that by now. We've all told you before. Look what happens when you don't listen.
Now here's a sad-looking place. This looks like trouble.
Revelio.
I can be used for better things.
Accio. Expelliarmus.
You won't defeat us all!
Accio. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Someone.
Accio. Confrigo.
Such arrogance.
Incendio. Revelio. Levioso. Glacier. Fender. Lumos. Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Expelliarmus. Confrigo. Flipendo. Accio. Glaciers. Flipendo. Incendio. Levioso. Glacier. Findo. Glacier. Confrigo. Expelliarmus. Flipendo. Depulso. Wingardium Leviosa. Arresto Momentum. Lumos. Revelio. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Flipendo. Accio.
One less foul-hulking brute.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Perhaps not the best place to be caught alone.
Revelio. Revelio.
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we? A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell.
Revelio. Arresto momentum.
There. I'm not going to hurt you. I'll look after you.
Revelio.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do? I know what that means. Merlin trial.
I can assure you, none of us are intimidated by your rash decisions, especially the one with
Revelio.
with an actual rash.
Does Hogwarts teach you nothing about dueling?
Revelio.
What I wouldn't give for a cup of mushroom tea.
Accio. Revelio. Protego. Expelliarmus. Revelio.
Do you find this ever? I won't rest.
Revelio. Accio. Confringo. Compulso. Arresto momentum. Revelio. Arresto momentum. Revelio. Arresto momentum. Compulso. Wingardium Leviosa. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Accio. Flipendo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Wingardium Leviosa! Also! Arresto Momentum! Confringo! Revelio!
You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on. I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time.
Revelio!
Everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey!
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything!
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never! I can never accept it!
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for. Hello, nice to meet you.
Welcome. I am Bernard Indiai, and this is my shop. Is there anything I can help you with?
I'm curious to know what's happening in Feldcroft. Might you have any insight?
An incredibly unpleasant goblin called Belgroth the Bludgeoner has been tormenting everyone he encounters. Feldcroft borders goblin country, but we've always lived in peace with their kind. Until recently, that is. Some claim that Belgroth and his associates are in league with Ranrock. I don't know if there's truth to it. Whatever the case, their constant meddling is devastating business. Everyone feels unsafe. It's quite serious.
What do you sell here?
Glad you asked. I sell the finest array of beast byproducts you'll find in the entire countryside. If you don't believe me, feel free to look about. Eventually you'll return. They always do.
What brought you to own a shop in Feldcroft?
Beautiful place, isn't it? Although I admit I didn't choose it. It chose me. I was raised here. It's always been my home. As for the shop, I suppose my line of work chose me as well. I've always loved working with beasts. And my twin girls adore them. Wouldn't be surprised if they took over from me one day.
What do you have for sale?
What are we in the market for today?
Revelio. Incendio. Accio. Revelio.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
I understand you've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's to no avail.
We have. My nephew thinks he knows better than the healers.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
I understand what you're saying, sir.
Good. I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you remember what I've said. Good day.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Revelio.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met on my first day at Hogwarts, in the Slytherin common room.
Oh, the common room. I adored teasing first years about spotting mermaids through the window. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft really if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cosy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Auror, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my
Leviosa! Glacius! Defendo! Incendio! Leviosa! Glacius! Accio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Accio! Accio!
What's that? Who's there?
Hello? Defender! Confringo!
I won't rest until you're dead.
Incendio!
Who do you think you are? No! You've made your last mistake. One lettuce. I won't rest. How nice.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
Rather unwise coming back this way. Let's get it.
Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus!
No!
Confringo! Confringo!
I've been fighting.
Glacius! Expelliarmus! Confringo!
I won't rest.
Confringo!
Dead.
Expelliarmus! Confringo!
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Incendio! Revelio.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around?
Revelio.
They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for every... I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's loyalists.
Incendio! Defendo! Revelio! Revelio.
Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumour was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. Also, a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio.
This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
What do you mean? When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second.
Revelio.
Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. You can see traces of an ancient magic that you think Ranrock is trying to harness. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell.
Revelio.
Why bother blocking a stairwell?
There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about.
Lumos.
Tells me they're after something bigger.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
Revelio. Lumos. Incendio. Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Alto. Revelio. Lumos.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but...
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
Fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I think it's to do with my ability to see traces of ancient magic.
But you said you didn't really understand it, and that you couldn't wield it.
That's true, and I'm still not sure what it all means. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be floored.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?